Hello, everybody. My name is Natasha Ria El-Scari, and I am so happy to participate in the ArtHeals exhibit at the InterUrban Art House. I am right in my home in my sacred altar room, and to my left, you will hear the sounds of Kevin Church Johnson, who will be accompanying me on this ride that we have together. So,
another one.
The first poem that I'm going to read is called Meditation for Non-Meditators. And I wrote this poem because even as an experienced meditator, someone who has been meditating since I was about 14 or 15, I still have these moments. And so anyone that tells you about meditation, you'll know that it's a practice. So when people throw around something like, oh, you should meditate, to me that sounds like, oh, you should climb a mountain. So here's one of my meditation sessions. Put your phone in the toilet. Breathe. Stop checking off your to-do list. Breathe. Delete all notifications forever. Yes, that's it. Travel to Mars on a sip of warm water. Nothing else matters. Breathe. Curse. Don't move your lips. Don't open your mouth. Just breathe. Not even deep breaths, because you might pass out. You know you ain't been breathing all day. Sit on your mind. Quiet it by smushing it between your hands. Yes, that's it. Notice you haven't moved in 14 seconds. Get drunk on the sound of the plop in the toilet. Don't worry about flushing your phone. This is just symbolic. This is just like meditation. You don't have a practice. You aren't a meditator, but you've sat still for 47 seconds and you're not even at a stoplight. Sit on your hands. Squeeze your vagina. Squeeze your anus. Yes, do it separately. Are you breathing? This is meditation. Ah, you just remembered you haven't paid the water bill. You haven't changed the filters. You haven't watered the plants. You are calling yourself you instead of I. Am I breathing? Where is my center if the universe is ever expanding? Can I be water? Can I be a water meditation? Because it moves with direction and destination, but water always arrives. I want sex. That's not meditation. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. That's sex. Don't tell me how to meditate. I didn't. Who are you anyway? I'm me. Huh? I'm you. It's me. Breathe. 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 1 minute and 36 seconds in. Breathe. And don't forget to check on the kids, mail the handwritten letter to my best friend, recycle the glass this month. Did you breathe through your nose? Yes. Good. Quiet your mind. Sex. Quiet your mind. I'm sleepy. Quiet your mind. I need coffee. Ding. Come back into your body. Breathe and open your eyes. Thank you. All right, so over the last couple of years with the start of COVID, I found that I really, like so many people, struggle with episodic anxiety, which is anxiety brought on by an event. And so 2020 was the great year of reckoning on so many different levels. And I felt very paralyzed. I felt like I couldn't write or create or anything. And so one day I decided to just write what was and not try to make it anything else. And so this particular piece I wrote at 2:24 in the morning, and it was on a Friday, and it was April 10th of 2020. When I even see the dates after March 13th, 2020, anything in that year, I am just completely overwhelmed. And I am proud to say that I am a COVID survivor. And so, once again, Kevin Church Johnson to my left will be accompanying me. This is entitled In the Eye of the Storm. There is a funnel of compressed air, and that is where I stand, lay each day. Garlic, green tea, water, ginger, mushrooms, turmeric, leafy greens I eat on repeat. Check my temperature incessantly. Pray and meditate the hours away. I broke just once into tears on the phone after my daughter told me in the middle of the day that she loved me. I felt myself spiraling like down the toilet goes money, goes the food in my belly, goes plans for future gigs. I thought I was stronger than this. Leaning so heavy on my mother, I imagine her sideways as she comforts me by phone. Still rock solid and steady. But me? Each day, the funnel is filled with a new storm of anger, indifference, and divine intervention. Yes, God is here. My brain struggles to decipher the voice of my ancestors and the grumbling of all the voices. I fill my air with facts and figures, formulas and numbers, credentials and gods with strange behaviors. I watch our elders blink their goodbyes and our family histories uncaptured, dock boats that never make memories. How do people upload videos so quickly when I am still in bed? 5 p.m. is not a natural time to rise, but sleep only comes at 8 a.m. I vigil the night, monitor the uncertainty, measure the wind's voice with my breath. My breath is where I am. Deep breath in. My breath is right here. Deep breath out. All that I need. Deep breath in is right here. Deep breath out. Right now, it is okay. And this lasts for only 4 minutes. One night, my daughter and I both needed cough drops. I stayed up and prayed through the night and listened for her breathing through the walls. I finally fell asleep from audio fatigue. I don't beg when I pray, but I did that day. Where is my comfort? I know if my recently traveled lover comes to me, the aftermath might drive me crazy, so that even with these new pills, 1 every 6 hours for anxiety won't erase irregular heartbeats, and for the first time, I'm thinking nothing about my pussy. What once comforted me fails. My faith is still unwavering. I just want out of the funnel. My blood pressure rises like a tide to produce ringing in my ears, and I know stress can kill, so I breathe. Think of my massage therapist who's lost her father to this, and I checked on her while in isolation, but only a little bit. Overwhelmed is an understatement. News from the field. Melanin only protects you from the sun, but not from this. Black people hoped finally to win, but with confidence, this slays us. Did I shower today? Did I drink water? Did I call to say I can't pay? I am a ninja who used to work with the air, and now I am fighting the wind, wondering if I should go inside on this spring day. We social distance a visit to the only woman I have lived inside. 15 feet from my mother, she in her garage and me in the driveway. A sunny and warm spring day deceives us. My daughter lays her entire body out on the concrete. I want her to get up, because I don't like our bodies on the ground. But with her legs crossed and arms wide, she lets out a note for comedy, but it sounds like a cry. And I know that she is hurting too. I park on the sidewalk to claim space, mean mug all who walk by, think about smiling, but I don't want to inhale their air. My daughter tells me I am mean, and I tell her I am trying to stay alive. I skip a pill to see if I can. The doctor said only take as needed. My chest constricts and my stomach knots when my phone notifies me another one, another death, another mother, another grandmother, another son. I just lean into the truth. Each day I rise and I don't know what will happen, and I never really did. My money been funny all year. I was already overwhelmed. Me and him already been inconsistent. Certain things have already troubled me. My daughter and I drink apple cider vinegar like beer or take it straight like shots, talk the talk of women on both sides. Who are you not to suffer? God don't give you more than you can bear. Trouble don't last always. This too shall pass. We gonna be all right. Have mercy, Lord. Lord, have mercy on our souls. Thank you. All right, so the last poem that I want to read is, I wanted to talk a little bit about, I don't think we think about mental health as maybe just a regular act of being able to actually emote. I've always said that I cry in my poems, that I don't really cry in real life. It was always something I did maybe once a year or once every 2 or 3 years, and I never really felt like I could. And so this year I had someone who always had been my friend but entered my life as a partner, and I wrote this poem but didn't tell him that I wrote it. So this poem is really to my beloved. All right. It's called He Taught Me to Cry. Before there was no place for my tears to land, my mother's breast even a stone slab, we snip more than we hug. But you know how to cup your hands for all my wet. I let my tears enter my ears to see if they even last that long. And I am drenched and tickled to my lobes, face puffy and spent. I just need to cry, and I don't know why. I was in the middle of a poem, international virtual crowd of 50, and I broke. I cried because I felt, and I felt because there was air inside of me, and I finally exhaled, and other boxes on the screen cried too. I can't take the credit. You trained me in the kitchen. You trained me drained over a shot of expensive tequila. You trained me in the shower. You trained me in the car. You mentored me, convinced and showed me. Tears are the perfect accessory to any day, moment, or time. So here I was, weeping into my COVID-proof screen, weeping for my loneliness, weeping for my blessings, weeping for my power, weeping for my indifference. I learned that if I bend at the waist, stretch my hands out in front of me, and grab the kitchen sink, every thought and dish I washed can come crashing out. And it screeches like trains about to collide, and there is an animal noise that rises, and I lift my right foot to let it down, to only raise it again. But instead of the brake, it's the gas, and the tears start flowing again. Sometimes when I cry, he stands over me, tries to hydrate me, and I can't stand, talk, or breathe. He did this to me. From the first tear that slipped out of me like gas on a first date, I was so embarrassed, even hoped he would run, but instead he said, I got you. You got me? I got you. And ain't nobody had me like this, so I cry some more about how no one had me, but now he has me, and how I've gone so long only crying in grief or alone for like 20 seconds in my sheets. And I cry because people ask me, am I his mother? I cry because I'm somebody's mother, but not his. I cry because I cry until I can't anymore. And sometimes it returns as weeping, sniffling, strange phrases he tries to decipher that only make me cry more. And tears from my nose and sweat from my brow. These tears suppressed by oppression, suppressed by the grind, suppressed by the need to survive. I got you. I'm here. And so I cry again. I cry because he brings me tea, pumps my gas, picks up heavy stuff, and chastises my haste. I cry because no one noticed me but me. And to be noticed is to be seen. And to be seen is to be human. I am no longer operating as android. He allows me to sleep, fights off the endless phone calls, texts, emails, alerts, because work is all I know, and he wants me to know rest and vacation, and let's turn off our phones, baby. And so I cry in my throat, I cry in my thighs, I cry in his hands, I heave like a dance, I cry because I'm alive, I cry because I can. Thank you. I want to encourage everyone to remember that all expressions of art are a form of healing, meditation, praise. Thank you to Kevin Church Johnson. Thank you, InterUrban Art House.
I like that.